Ponzi scam is the topic of this video. Few of our subscribers have asked us to explain this. Well, this Ponzi scam or Ponzi scheme is in the news nowadays because of Bernie Madoff, the Wall Street financier who was sentenced to 150 years after being convicted for what came to be known as the largest and most devastating Ponzi scheme in financial history. Well, he died on Wednesday in a prison hospital in the US. The estimated $65 billion scam had victims from every strata of society, from the poorest to the high and mighty, with a list of those conned including filmmaker Steven Spielberg, actor couple Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick, broadcaster Larry King and baseball legend Sandy Koufax. Well, what is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam promising high rates of return with little risk to investors. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam which generates returns for earlier investors with money taken from later investors. This is similar to a pyramid scheme in that both are based on using new investors' funds to pay the earlier backers. Both Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes eventually bottom out when the flood of new investors dries up and there isn't enough money to go around. At that point, the schemes unravel. Behind his respectable public persona, however, Madoff was running an elaborate scam. Pretending to be trading securities, Madoff was running a proper Ponzi scheme, promising steady, double-digit returns to his customers, while actually using cash from new investors to pay back money to older ones. Madoff was able to sustain the fraud for several years, withstanding a severe recession in the 1990s, a global financial crisis in 1998, and the jittery aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. Through those years, Madoff earned a reputation as a man of his word, never failing to honor redemption requests and delivering the profits that had been promised to his customers. It was only after the crash of 2008 that the Ponzi scheme finally unraveled. His investors, who had so far reposed their trust in Madoff, began to pull out their money just as new sources of income dried up. By November 2008, investors took out over $12 billion from Madoff accounts. At this time, Madoff confessed to his two sons about the true nature of his business, reportedly telling them it was one big lie. In total, the loss reflected by fake account statements hovered around $64.8 billion. Calling his crimes extraordinarily evil, the court sentenced him to the maximum possible term of 150 years in prison, effectively the remainder of his life. His personal property including houses and investments were seized.